I'm here with Landon Pugh, class of 2026. What was your first experience you had fly fishing?
Well, I started fishing when I was about 2 years old. My dad taught me how to fish. And then this really close family friend of ours, when I was about 4, bought me my first fly rod. He guided in Montana actually, and was ended up being our neighbor. So he showed me like the ropes of fly fishing, how to tie flies and whatnot. And then ever since like 4 years old, that first time I caught that fish on that fly rod, I've just been hooked.
What do you remember like the most about that first experience? Was it like that first catch or something else?
Not necessarily the first catch, just being out in like serenity and like nature. Like it's a different feeling being out in the river, tromping through the river. I remember at 4 years old, I was just like running around the river. Um, and then I finally got that fish and it was just like super rewarding.
Yeah. So like obviously that got you into it. Was your neighbor or your dad like that specific person that got you into fly fishing?
Well, I don't necessarily remember learning fishing because I was so young. I remember learning fly fishing because I was just going into like kindergarten kinda. And I'm pretty sure I might have been 5 actually, because I got it for my fifth birthday going into kindergarten, and then later fished that week after, and I was hooked from there.
So, like, do you have like a certain thing that you love about fly fishing? Does it like trigger a certain feeling for you?
I would say just being out in nature, being like connected to nature and your surroundings. For me at least, it's like a way to like relieve stress, like being out in the river, watching birds and just wildlife. It's like a way to connect to God for me at least.
Yeah. Is there a certain place that you like love to fly fish at or have like a certain connection to?
Well, I fished the Cedar River for what is it? It'll be 13 years now. Um, and that river's kind of like a second home. Because I've been on it so much. I'd say I've probably been on it more than all said and done 3, 4 years of my life. Um, but over consecutive years, fished it 13 years. So I've seen like how the river changes and whatnot, what happens to the river season to season. So that's really cool because it's my home river and I just feel connected to that and my community through that. I would say my favorite river to fish is probably the Yakima River in Washington, at least, just because there's absolute studs of fish on that river. Um, Out of state, probably the tributaries up in like Glacier. Me and Charlie Kekamet fished that. It was really fun. It was a good time.
Um, yeah. Do you think that you'll like fly fish for the rest of your life and
Oh,
just continue
100%.
down it?
Yeah. If not fly fish, at least fish in general. But I would say 100% fly fishing. Once you get that fish on that fly rod, it's like a whole different ballpark. You can feel the fish fight a lot more because the rod's a lot lighter, performance wise. And it keeps you more engaged casting a fly and watching that fish come up and grab the fly.
Yeah. It's definitely you think it's a lot different than the spinning rod or just
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
standard
it
fishing?
takes a lot more skill. I would say anyone can learn how to normal fish within like 2 or 3 days. I would say fly fishing is about a 3 week learning curve.
Yeah. Do you see yourself teaching people at some point?
I was actually talking to buddies about this. If I ended up going to college out in Eastern Washington, I actually could see myself learning how to guide. I think that'd be a really fun time and like teaching people how to fly fish. Um, just so like, I mean, maybe I could give someone the same experience I had and get them hooked to the sport of fly fishing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. And you'll see this at some point.
Yeah, no problem anytime. Have a great rest of
Yeah.
your day, Nathan. Thanks for having me.
Yep.